All right, here I am at Clarke College. This is Steve, and Steve was telling me some stuff about Dubuque that I had not yet known. Can you tell me some of the history of Dubuque?
Well, Dubuque is the oldest city in the state of Iowa.
All right.
There's a lot of history here. Al Capone called this place home during his more difficult days.
How long was he here?
A couple weeks at a time.
Oh, wow. All right.
Absolutely.
Seems like a good place to hide out.
Dubuque is primarily, in the northeast Iowa area, is primarily Irish Catholic.
What is the percentage?
It's very high. It's in the 90s. I'm not sure exactly, but it's in the mid-90s.
You said this is the most Catholic city
I've been told it's the most Catholic city in the country, if not the world.
It's not the world because it's 97% Catholic.
I've heard 97. I've heard.
And how much Catholic is the Vatican?
Probably less, since it would be less than 97.
But you guys do have the University of Dubuque, and the University of Dubuque is Presbyterian.
Presbyterian, that's correct.
It's their fault. They're messing with the 97%.
They absolutely are.
All right, friends, this is, if anybody has ever done a NACA ever, then you know who this is. This is Jason Lavasser, and that's the jail in back of him, very appropriately. That's actually the other side, other shoulder. Yeah.
Well, everybody knows if you've never been here before, it's confusing to look for a place called the Cantina. When you get to town, you can't figure out where you're supposed to be, and you ask girls on the street and they think you're creepy.
Well, we have some friends in a band that had a show in Dubuque, Iowa, and Libbie has 3 nights in Dubuque.
3 nights in Dubuque?
And what could be better than finishing up 3 nights in Dubuque than to go out on the town in Dubuque where we're going to be able to play with some other friends of ours.
Yes. So it was actually 4 shows in Dubuque instead of 3, thanks to Jason Lavasser.
And Libbie kicked so much butt last night.
Oh, look at him.
She was on stage wooing these new fans that were drinking alcohol.
Yeah, I know. There's like a huge crowd, like with zero effort. Jason just like made this happen. Jason from the Nadas, and I just like randomly shared the bill with them. It was so weird because they're just generous, open, like laid back people.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. Essentially there's this band and they're like, you're like Iowa's band, right?
We're one of Iowa's bands.
They're one of Iowa's. What are some other Iowa bands?
Slipknot.
Oh, wow. And you were hired by the Chamber of Commerce. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, a long time ago, I think it was like 2000 or something, they paid us to write a song for them about changing your perception of Des Moines. It was just called Change Your View, and it didn't talk about Des Moines. It was just about your perception of your town. So we wrote that for them, and they used it in their campaign to try to convince people that Des Moines was a cool place.
Wow, and they liked it, and you did a good job.
They liked it, and they followed us around the country, and they came to our shows, and they promoted the city of Des Moines at our shows around the country, and they went on tour with us, and they made records, and we've continued that relationship for like a decade.
That's so crazy. So I mean, I've heard of corporate sponsorships, but I've never heard of like a city sponsorship before. That's pretty awesome.
It's kind of the same, but it's a real thing. Like even if they didn't pay us to do this, I would go around the country and tell people how cool Des Moines is.
Cops are behind you.
Okay.
Oh, that was close. Watch out for the Iowa cops. I was just going to say that, you know, when we're out here on the road, sometimes it's like just us and we have to entertain ourselves by doing stuff like video postcards because there's nothing to do.
Yep.
And so it's really cool when you actually like see a friend and can actually hang out. So thanks for being a friend.
That's no problem. Has anybody done this on your video?
Well, hold on. Try that again. Nobody has done that on my video.
Well, then.
Yeah. Thank you, Jason. Okay.